Hello and welcome to ZC Live.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be here. First time, actually. I've not been here before. So it's been 9 years, isn't it, running now? So
it's been a really long time, and this is your first one.
First one, yeah.
First impressions, what we're going with?
Really, really good. Like excellent variety of sessions. Like Zoe's obviously incredibly informative, and the caliber of different kind of spokespeople, and Canva, also Google this afternoon. Fantastic. It's really, really great, and in fact it's free as well. It's obviously a bonus. Very local, and excellent way of networking as well, and meeting more people in the industry. So yeah, really, really good day so far.
You've just given us the best soundbite for every bit of promo that's going to follow ZC Live. Would you mind introducing yourself and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm Kevin Smith. So I work at Medway Council in the communications team as a marketing manager. We cover a range of different services across the council, and we're always obviously looking to upskill our social media knowledge, which is why it's fantastic to come to an event like this today.
So you're in a really unique position that you work with the council, and what's that like on a day-to-day of running the media and the management and being in that environment, really?
Yeah, it's very full on. No day is the same. We have a huge portfolio of work, from campaigns, various projects through to jobs, etc. And various deadlines to meet. So we manage a huge array of different social media accounts, we're multi-skilled. We develop plans, we write strategies, we go out and capture content, whether that's vox popping or working with local agencies to produce content for long form or short form video. It's a really diverse and fantastic role, but at the same time we're always needing to learn and look at of opportunities to develop. And so this is why it's great to come to an event like this today to get expert knowledge and see what the new trends are in the social media industry.
So how long have you worked within the marketing sphere?
In total now, in marketing, about 10 years now. In like PR generally, about kind of 14, 15 years. So my career to date has always been in media, PR and marketing.
So this is the funny thing. I think that we're both on that same trajectory. What year were you born, if you don't mind me asking?
So 1986.
Ah, cool. So I'm 92. We would have grown up in that digital evolution where...
Yeah.
Did you have a Pixo account?
I didn't know.
You didn't Pixo? Did you Bebo?
No. I'm very much kind of Facebook, X, Instagram.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you? No, this is the stuff from back in the day.
Yeah, still Facebook when it first kind of came out, I was
Did you
all over
straight
Facebook.
On it?
Pretty much, yeah. And before that, like a bit of MySpace, but not a huge amount. I think really when Facebook came in, that's when I really started to understand the benefits of social media. And that was probably my first proper platform. I had an account. Yeah.
Oh wow! So exactly that, where you've seen the evolution of it, and you've seen how much it's changed, and especially in a space where you have to do the selling as well. Like that's where the challenge comes, because we all start off as marketers, as the consumer in a sense. We are the ones that are enjoying the content that we see on the timeline, the personal adventures of people, and then you had like the uprising of the selling and establishing how the user, which you stop becoming, as much as you are still a user, you stop becoming so you're more conscious of what you're consuming and what works, and having that mindset of I've got an incentive here and I need to push that, and we've developed that. What do you think has been the hardest challenge in digital marketing, especially over the last, let's just say, 5 years?
It's ever changing, isn't it? On a daily basis. So you think you're up to date with the trends, and then all of a sudden a new platform comes in, or a new tool on Facebook, and be that Reels, for example, and then you feel it all of a sudden. Actually, maybe I'm not so skilled as I am, and I need to kind of pick up the learnings of this new tool. So it is very hard. I think as a marketeer, you just have to always try and stay on the ball, always try and go to training sessions, explore opportunities, look at what your competitors are doing, to basically stay ahead of the game. It's always that challenge really, and it is a challenge, but days like today really help.
Well, especially in your position, it's your main objective is awareness. I imagine it's just spreading awareness of what people need to do and stuff. And because it's council related, I imagine it's a challenging role, especially when you're picking up the comments and you're engaging with people. So, what's that like? Because back when I was at uni, we did a bit of crisis management, and you have to learn how to respond where you're respecting the view of that person to a degree, but also responding in a logical way where it will benefit anybody else who's seeing those comments. And what's that experience like, both on a positive sense and a negative sense of working within a council setting?
Yeah, it is very hard because we do obviously do a huge amount of variety of different kind of campaigns and various kind of messages across all services, but you can still have the challenge of putting out a really positive campaign and getting that negativity, which isn't even related to the campaign. It could be, I've got a pothole on my road, and the council we've won all this funding from the government for a particular initiative, but we're then getting challenges about, well, that funding should be used for improving our local health services, even though it's not related at all. It's completely different, and it's not going through obviously taxpayers' money. So it is a challenge at times. I think we always obviously focus on having a positive mindset, but also making sure that we're working very closely as a customer service team to answer those particular questions that come through on posts which may not be relevant but still require an answer, and having the right tone of voice is really key. So we consistently strive for that, engage in personable, simple English, very easy to understand, but at the same time human, not corporate, tone of voice. And that definitely helps, and we're always looking to lead on video content, really engaging graphics, etc., conversation starters, running polls, etc. So it's difficult, but we're always trying to do the best job we can.
I genuinely really do think you do a good job of that. I've seen it before where a conversation will go and how you've managed it. And I think that is exactly how to do it. It's like the blueprint of, respecting the question, understanding their position, but equally giving an informed response that is accurate and actually, but something that is going to benefit them and not trigger an extension of this heatedness. I've seen that happen. So congratulations for you for doing that, because that is extremely challenging. One of the things that has always been on our radar, and it's again going back to the evolution of digital marketing, is TikTok. TikTok is such a funny one because I just feel like it's taken for granted for being so easy, and I personally find it's one of the hardest because it doesn't, and it's exactly the reason why TikTok is so successful, is because it doesn't fit the normal narrative of how you want to push your message online, because it's non-salesy, it's highly entertaining, highly, like grabby of attention. And when you've got a professional presence, it's difficult to make that transition. Do you find that within your role that it as much as you want to go with the times, it's a challenge to realistically do it and do it with great conviction and justice and actually give it a purpose?
It is a challenge. I mean, TikTok, we don't have a TikTok account at present.
No, we don't either.
And a lot of that is because, our objectives and, requirements in the role are fully much, driving, services, behaviour change. And TikTok is a platform which generally kind of targeted at a younger audience. But it doesn't fit in at the moment with our kind of current priorities. That's not to say that it may come forward eventually, and there might be an absolute need for that at some point. But it is difficult to have regular exploring other kind of platforms, like Snapchat and etc., which just may not kind of fit our target audience. Our core audiences at the moment are Instagram, X, Facebook, LinkedIn. Is significantly become a much more bigger priority for us, particularly from like a business services perspective. We get really good engagement on LinkedIn posts whenever we're talking about a funding incentive for businesses or a new support service that's available. So there are kind of core platforms, and obviously YouTube as well. But yeah, need to kind of still be mindful of the fact that TikTok is ever growing, and one day there may well be a need and a desire for us to get on that and have the right strategy in place to execute that. But yeah, that's not at the moment.
Yeah, I totally get that. That's the same thing where if you are going to put your attention somewhere, you do want to make great justice of it, and it must be so satisfying when all of these. This is the thing with marketing, and this is a behind the scenes of two marketers and like a confessional, because I personally find that there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. Even when you're listening to these talks about the planning and the strategy and how you're going to create that content, how your message is going to get across, a lot of the points Zoe said about creating a hook, creating an incentive, all of these things are in our toolkit that we have to put into these posts. And it's really great when it all comes together. Do you know what I mean? When you finally get that post out, the campaign goes live, and it's fantastic. Have you had, what's that like for you on your side, where especially when you've planned something and you go, right, it's gone live and the engagement's great and everything's going well? What's that like for you?
Yeah, huge. It's absolutely huge. And that's our number one priority in the role, is to have campaigns that are going to make a difference to local people's lives in Medway. So there's nothing more humbling as a marketeer working for a fantastic council like Medway to have that achievement. And yeah, a lot of the stuff Zoe's talked about today, we are doing a lot of that, but at the same time, it's a really good way to actually, there's a couple of things where actually no, we're not, and maybe we could improve on that and do that differently. So yeah, there's nothing better than having an end-to-end campaign with a really good plan and strategy, having excellent engagement through creative, exciting content, and then seeing that end result. Whether that's driving more people to a local service or creating a massive kind of behaviour change piece, whatever that is, yeah, it is the most humbling thing.
It's fantastic, yeah, and I think you're doing a cracking job. And as you said, this is the thing with today's talk, where you sit back and you go, it sounds, when Zoe says it, and she delivers it so well, and she'll say something along the lines of, definitely a huge factor for me would be, how many times has someone liked a post but you've never, like this benefits Dragon, to who, that you've reached out to, and I go, oh my God, I haven't. Yeah. I don't do it. And it's silly, and other things about utilising posts. Obviously, you guys do that, so there is so much value. You can never really stop learning, can you?
No, not at all. And the Canva session this morning, we do use Canva, in our team, but there's loads of golden nuggets that you think, I didn't actually realise that was even available. Like, developing a website or having various kind of subfolders for your brand assets. Medway Council has got so many sub-brands, and it's an excellent tool to have, because we're not just then reliant on one particular team. It improves our skills as marketeers. We're not just developing and strategizing content in terms of planning. We actually have the ability as well to design it ourselves. So it's hugely valuable.
Well, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here.
Yeah, thank you.
And keep an eye out for the council updates, because they've got a banging team behind them who's doing a fantastic job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.